Hello, hello. This is the My Artifact episode number 3490. Today's date is 15th of July 2025. It's been almost like a morning at 8:10 p.m. 8:10 a.m. by the way. All right. Yesterday I'm not really recording any artifact. Reason is that I was like completely busy on writing a Bible. What Bible? Well, basically, this thing I want to read the Bible. Okay, yeah. First of all, why? Okay, why? Um, basically, this thing is since I am recording the artifact, I know little bit about myself. That is true. Yeah. I also know little bit about the like. I don't know. It's just like I don't really have any proper reason that why I'm kind of like wants to read the Bible. But I want to read the Bible. I don't know why, but I want to read the Bible. It's kind of like assembly giving me a very different perspective of looking at the world. Okay, yeah. So that's why I am reading at the Bible. Okay, by the way, I'm not reading right now. I am actually want to read the book, but can't able to read the book. What? Uh, okay, so if you are not reading the book, then you want to read the book. Why the fuck you didn't really record the artifact yesterday? Okay, let me explain. Okay, let me clarify everything. Okay, yeah. First of all, is that I want to read the book. I want to read the Bible. Okay, yeah. For different perspective. Okay, yeah. I'm not really sure what is that perspective, but I wanted to know the different perspective. Okay, yeah. So I want to read the Bible. So while I was reading the Bible, like I downloaded the PDF and kind of like started reading. The language is like very something that not understandable. Like I'm not fully understanding the language. Why? Well, is because of that I'm not understanding language is because of that like the language that they use in there is like somewhat something difficult. Like basically it's not that I'm not really understandable, it's the language can understand. It's in English by the way, but it's like that it doesn't really connect with me that much. Okay, yeah. Like what exactly is this thing na usually like a stuff that you are actually listening is called artifact episode. And what I read is that I just kind of like simply convert my thoughts, the stuff that I'm talking, that is thoughts, okay, into the text. Put it in the chat GPT, make it fun to read, make it easy to read, make it something that I put the prompt, and it kind of like a something giving me a text, and I put that text into the document, print that document, and read that document. Okay, yeah. I call that kind of like a something my artifact book, maybe. Is it something, should I say? Wait for a while. All right. Okay, so where was I? Sorry, I just went somewhere. All right, yeah. So what is exactly I'm trying to tell you? Yeah. So okay, Bible, yes. Okay, so usually is this thing that um yesterday what I do is that I was kind of like a something making Bible easy to read. Okay, yeah. So that's why I just kind of like a simply copy the each chapter into the chat GPT. Okay, yeah. Bible has a multiple chapters by the way, and make it fun to read, make it make it engaging, make it simple to understand and things. I put the prompt. It kind of like a giving me text. Okay, yeah, a very simple text of kind of like a something very simple language to understand what is actually that chapter is kind of like a telling us. And I put that text into the document, and this is what I'm kind of like a doing it because yesterday and day before yesterday. Okay, uh, there is a one thing that I wanted to tell you. Um, Yesterday I did read Bible. Okay, not entirely, but I read a couple of chapters, like the through the chat GPT I created. Yeah, I read couple of chapters. It's a very different perspective. I don't know. It's just like that, na ki like a way that I thinking that ki should supposed to be live in this way, but in a Bible they kind of like is only mentioned in very different way. I know Bible is a very old book. The the stuff that they are mentioned is something very old, something very old means like that ki something that ki it's not associate with the modern world. Example, okay, yeah. In the Bible, okay, yeah, by the way, um the stuff that I'm saying regarding about Bible in the artifact episode is my thought process, one thing. Also, um if I said something, and I know Bible is a kind of like a really religious context book, and kind of like a simply having not having any kind of like a prior information regarding about anything and giving the comment regarding about those holy Bible is something really not good. I think that, okay, yeah. So basically I shouldn't supposed to be kind of like a somebody do the comment anything regarding about this book. That is true, but I wanted to express my thought process. So if I said something wrong is because of my lack of knowledge. Okay, yeah. So I blame myself. Okay, but I wanted to express this thing. Okay, if I am wrong, then obviously I am wrong. Okay, yeah. Okay. So what exactly is this thing? Okay, why do you think that the Bible is like a I think that the Bible is not really connect with the modern world. Okay, yeah. Why? Because like a couple of examples. Okay, yeah. Like in the examples, in Bible they have kind of like assembly rules for women. Okay, yeah. That ki when they get married, when they married with someone else, what kind of like assembly responsibility that she perform. Um, Also, she doesn't really have any rights to give the opinion, and so many things. Okay, yeah. Means like a inequality I found in Bible. Still, I am really not so sure, and also this if I'm wrong, then I'm completely fucked up person. I am wrong, yeah. But I found this thing, okay, that key like a little the equality is not like basically in Bible the male are very dominant, and mostly Bible is kind of like a something focus on strength of male and things and something like that. In female context perspective also I'm talking about as an average. Okay, yeah, that key women are only associate with love and marriage and I don't know. So one thing for sure is that it's is actually giving me a very different perspective. Okay, also I'm deciding that ki I wanted to kind of like a something want to read all those religious context book. Okay, like after the Bible, I'm thinking as the Quran, then Bhagavad Gita, then Bauddha Dharma Grantha. These are kind of like a something stuff that I wanted to read to understand how does kind of like a something those religious are kind of like a shaping the humanity. Okay, yeah. Do you really think that you are a kind of like a something a very a, a, a kind of like a big person, like basically the stuff that you are actually saying right now is somewhat something like that. Like you are thinking that you are like a like really big, like a kind of like a somebody person which equivalent to a Jesus level. Do you think like that? No, then why are you reading? I don't know, dude. It just like basically I am not kind of like a somebody reading for show off and things like that. No, it just, I want to read. That's it. I don't really have any prior explanation or example or necessity, or I don't know. And basically just like my gut feeling, hunch, instinct, whatever you wanted to call it, it just kind of like somebody wants me to read that book. Okay, yeah. So that's why. And I don't know what will gonna consequences, what happened or what thing change, or I don't know. I just want to read. So that's why I'm kind of like somebody reading it. And what's wrong with that? If I read, like, basically is what are you fucking think is like if I read those books, I might become those kind of like a somebody person? No, definitely not. And I don't want to be like that, those person. Okay, yeah, it's really not. Definitely not. Okay, yeah. I just want to read the book and understand the life. Like basically what I'm trying to tell you is this thing that key, like, get some sort of knowledge regarding about what those books are actually offering to me. Okay, yeah. Also it kind of like a giving me a perspective regarding about what is exactly they see the world. Those books are actually seeing the world too. They are what kind of like a somebody, those books are kind of like a letting me see the world. What I wanted to see the world from that book point of perspective. Whoever they wrote this book, I'm not really sure, but yeah, I wanted to see, yeah, just I don't know. So yesterday I was kind of like a somebody just making that book. Okay, yeah. By the way, Genesis is done, Exodus is done, Numbers is done, Joshua is done. These are kind of like a something like the uh, um, uh, something like the kind of like a something like basically Bible is a entire book, but entire book is actually made with a multiple subjects, and these are subjects like Genesis, Exodus, Joshua, Number, right now Samuel 1 2, and right now I'm actually on King 1. These kind of like something like the chapters. Okay, yeah, because it's not a chapter, it's a kind of like a something the subject. Okay, yeah. And in the subject there is a multiple chapters, like basically Genesis is a subject, and in the subject there is almost like a 50 chapters regarding about story regarding about the Adam and Eve, and the how does God create the world. It also kind of like a telling the story regarding about the Noah. Okay, yeah, the biggest flood on the planet and things, and yeah, it's something like that. So there are multiple chapters in the Genesis is the subject. So like the Genesis there are multiple subjects like a Genesis, Exodus, Joshua, Numbers, Kings. Okay, yeah, Judge, Samuel. These are kind of like a something the subjects. Okay, yeah, right now I'm at King first. Okay, how much time do you need to kind of like complete this book? Well, I am kind of like a something making 300 to 400 pages per day. Okay, yeah. Like yesterday, I make almost like a 300 pages, 350 pages. Today, I will also be kind of like a 300, 350 pages. I will gonna done. Okay, yeah. This book is really big, by the way. Okay, yeah, really big, and also, yeah. But regarding about the content creation, okay, yeah. I already made a lot of kind of like a something content till the 21st of June. Sorry, 21st of July. Today is 15th of July. So still I have almost like 7 days. Okay, 7 6 days. Okay, to not to make any kind of like a something content, and within a 5 to 7 days, I will definitely gonna make the book. It's not really that difficult. I will gonna definitely do that. Alright, yeah. So because of this thing, I might not gonna record artifact, or maybe I record the artifact, but it's like that ki maybe what it's kind of like somebody completely busy or things like that. So yeah, that's why. Okay, yeah. So should I ask question? Right now I don't want to, because of that ki I just wanted to, like, basically I just have to do the complete this Bible as soon as possible as I can. I'm thinking at ki within like a 2 3 days this book should supposed to be done, but still the book is really big. So, and there are hundreds of chapter, not hundreds, like thousands of chapter. Okay, yeah, with almost like maybe 16 to 17 subjects, there are a lot of things. Okay, yeah, but still I'm kind of like doing it. That it maybe it took me almost like a 2 3 4 days, I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna do that. All right, so this is it, and thank you.